Yo, this is Smoke Some Podcast. We're here at the Intrinsic Grow out here in Lake Orion. I heard they got some fire strands. They got some strand diversity. Come on, let's go check out the strands.
How's it going? I'm Tyler Burge. I'm the cultivation manager here at Intrinsic. Welcome to our beautiful facility. We got 75,000 square feet in here, 45,000 square feet of canopy between all the rooms we have. Come take a tour with us, check it all out. So this is the whole cultivation hallway. Everything around this side is all cultivation. We have a fertigation room, a mom clone veg room, and then 11 flower rooms. Every flower room is 3,000 square feet of canopy, except for R&D, it's 2,000. But it's well run, well efficient, super clean. Michael and the team do a great job keeping everything in line and running to a T at constant time. So
Absolutely.
we'll hop into fertigation here. This is the heart and soul of everything. This is where all the water stuff happens.
So what type of water system do you guys use, and how is it effective to the grow?
We run RO here. We bring in the city water into this condensate tank, and it runs through our silver bullet over on the side there. It's all the RO. We get down to about 2 to 3 ppm, which is essential for us. Takes all the bad out of the water and gives us a nice clean base. That system produces about 18,000 gallons a day. We'll go through about 15,000 in a day here. So
Wow.
we're flowing through water.
Yeah.
The RO makes it, like I said, a nice clean base for everything. The more you can take out in the beginning and start fresh, it's less for you to have to worry about. The more stuff in your water is the more variables in this whole thing. And with how big we are, the less variables. That's the key point in everything.
Absolutely. I see you guys have Athena. Are you guys primarily Athena based, or do you guys do a blend? Or
Nope. So we honestly just switched to Athena about 2 months ago. So we came out of the receivership. Before that, we were on RX Green, and they were great. I added a lot of labor ease to everything. With them, we didn't have to pH anything, which you will never hear in a grow. So whatever it came out, as long as it was within 4 and 6, we got to run that. With Athena, it's nice being able to go back to what you know. pH in the root zone, pH going into those plants, what we're doing and all that makes sense again for what we do now. The old stuff, the numbers never lined up to what you were taught back in the day. So it's nice getting back to the roots of everything.
talk about a little bit deeper about Athena. What makes Athena great specifically for this grow?
Athena's awesome. I've used them for, almost 5 years now. Me and Michael use them in our house, so we're well familiar with them. The input is great. It's pure inputs, nothing, crazy going on. They're pure minerals, which is great. The support staff is probably your biggest win with them. They're available anytime we want to talk to them, anytime we have a question, a call, issue. They're instantly on the phone for us. That there is awesome. Supply as well. There's never a supply issue with, we're going through as much as we go through. We can't run out. If you run out, your plants will not like you. So for us, always having that constant support, always being able to get it whenever we need it, those are the big things that we really needed. And I tell you, the terps and the quality is that much more exemplified as well with them. It is like a light switch. We started running them about 2 months ago, and the terps are off the walls now. You guys will smell when you go through the rooms and stuff. It is amazing, the quality of flower, just working with it as well. With RX Green, we had upwards of like 25 to 35 different recipes we would run over the course of the grow cycle. With Athena, we're down to 8, and it's that simple. And it's 4.0 the entire time. You don't taper off with EC when you run them, so we're running 4.0 EC the entire time, keeping it around 5.8 pH, somewhere in that range, not too far off of that. It is as simple as that. We bring up the cal nit in first 3 weeks, and that's the only change we do to what their base program is as of right now. They're awesome. It's easy.
Yeah.
I can't say enough about Athena.
Absolutely.
So we got all the RO storage on the side here. All of these are our Athena salts. So this is all the salts we make. Generally, we're getting between like 2 days on one and 3 and 4 days on another one for one of these totes. So every 2 to 3 days or 3 to 4 days, they'll come in and swap all that out, make sure it's all nice and full again. From there, it runs into Rhythm. Rhythm's awesome. It's just an automated feed system.
Yes, it'll be the first time we will see something like this. So could you talk about Rhythm, and then how does it factor in well with the grow?
Yep. So Rhythm is amazing. They're based out of Texas. Raul and all those guys are awesome. Pretty much just the base of all of our irrigation. So on the screen here, it's showing you what's being made in each of these tanks at any time. We can store all of our recipes in here as well. So all of these are all the old RX Green stuff. It goes all the way through these pages. This is the Athena page. That's it. So we went from 9 pages of recipes to 1 with Athena. Wow, that makes this that much easier. With this, it shows us our day storage. So all those tanks along the back wall there is the actual feed getting fed to the plants. So we can see what those, temp, EC, pH, gives us PSI and GPMs for the dab pumps on those. So if we see something here and it's not right, we'll get an alert to know.
Okay.
That's the other sweet part, is we get alerts. We don't have to do any of this here. I can sit on my couch at home smoking a fat bong rip and doing all of this from there, which is beautiful. Mike handles all this stuff, and Tanner, they do a great job. Being able to do this at home is what I think can help set us apart. There's no time where anything doesn't get taken care of. Motto here is, if you see it one day, take care of it that day. To me, if you start letting stuff go more than a day, you're taking stuff off the table. If it's a game of percents and we're playing to 100, we don't control everything, and you will not get 100 every time, but we need to be as close to that as we can. Rhythm helps a lot with that, but also having a great team of people to operate this stuff makes a big difference. If I didn't have Michael, I would not be in the position I am. He is the heart and soul of this place and making sure it's going good. So
absolutely.
Thanks to Michael and the team. Let's do the recipes. Let's just go into each room and tinker them however they need to be done. So we do have a split tank system, which is the only downfall of this. It's not a horrible one, but so 2 of our rooms share 1 tank. So they're not all on the same week. So we kind of got to cater to where we need to.
Different cycles.
Yep. So in here, if we went into like F1, this is exactly what F1's doing right now. They're all the feeds across the day, 4 zones in every flower room, and those can all be fed differently, which is nice. Same base recipe, but different timing on irrigation.
Absolutely.
So between all of these, you can see all different times on there. Some zones are getting fed at 11:15, some at 12:45. This is another thing that really sets us apart, is being able to do this stuff. Rhythm at a base doesn't do this. This is with some upgrades and some working with them and all that stuff. Fix bugs for us if anything pops up. They're another great person to have on your side if you have issues going on. So they're great, awesome to have. Day storage tanks on the back, like I said, that's just the feed getting mixed up, getting shipped out to there. We have our mixing station in the back, so all of our IPM sprays and everything gets mixed back here. We do daily or weekly drenches and all throughout flower. So every week of flower, for the most part, besides like 3 or 4, are getting some sort of a weekly drench. Week 1 tends to be beneficial, where we're using like Mycos, Azos, and stuff of that nature. The other ones are mainly yucca based, where we're feeding salts, but with yucca extract. Yucca helps a lot with water retention in the block itself. Now, if you start putting it in there, it'll help the water hit that surface area and spread over that block, as opposed to like wanting to channel and just run through it and everything. That, for us, we have a small media size to plant size that you guys will see. So us being able to save as much retention and stuff we can in the block, that's the name of the game for us. So those are necessities. We have to do those. You'll start seeing some very bad negative effects, just like burning and stuff. We don't smoke leaf, and it's not the horrible thing, but it is very ugly to look at. So all that stuff's awesome. Our IPM regimen is through the wall. We had an old manager, Phil Cordery. He was a doctor. He used to call me, had a PhD. He built out our IPM program and is massively robust. There's not one thing that we don't touch or be able to hit with this program. We can block anything that we need to, be preventative on every front, and keep everything out with it. So that program, along with all the care and everybody does, that this place is rocking all the time.
That is wonderful.
Yep.
It's like very efficient, you can see the percentages.
Yep.
You can see like the different things, like what you guys are putting together as far as the nutrients and the salts and everything. This is amazing.
Yep. For as big and as crazy it looks, it is not crazy and big. It is very so simple. Like I said, it's 9 recipes across flour for the most part. That's easy. The IPM program, for all that robustness and everything, it's a few little, products that cover a wide range of everything. You don't need to use something that's just labeled for cannabis because it says that you should. There's plenty of products out there that agriculture has been around forever. So a lot of that stuff we can use for our benefit and not be on the cost spending side of things too. We do very good here. We're very lean manufactured, as lean as we can be, and as manufacturer focused. That's what we want to do. Everything streamlined, take all the time we can out of everything, and just be smart and meticulous. We don't have all day to do everything, so we got to be smart with what we're doing and knock it out strategically. Every tank's got pH and EC monitoring on it. Like I said, we got a flow meter on there. Say the dab pump stopped working, this flow meter will send us an alert to know that it's not flowing, so that we can either figure it out, come up here, fix the dab pump, whatever it may be, solve the issue. We don't have to wait till the next morning and find, a room of dead plants and not be able to do anything.
How big of a part is troubleshooting in a grow facility?
It's hard. There's a lot of moving pieces. We continue, and we'll always say it's a soup of variables. It is never really one thing that's causing you to hurt where you're hurting. You got to look through every single thing. That's where that lean manufacturing and focus comes in, because if you're all over the place and squirrely, especially at this size, it will be a nightmare. I can assure you that. If you run into issues, the easiest thing is start at the top and work your way down. We're doing it right now with some other stuff, but be like water. Touch everything on the way down. If you don't find anything, then stay the course and keep doing what you're doing. If it was working, it will continue to work, or you'll find your problem on your way down. So all of those things help with a lot of that stuff.
Future cultivars or people who are going to watch this that want to get into cultivation, what would you say is the main thing to look for when troubleshooting?
Just start working backwards. That, to me, I come from a machining background. I did CNC for a while.
Okay.
That mentality taught me to work backwards. If I have a problem, I'm immediately working from that problem backwards. You're going to either find what you need very quickly, or you're going to work through all the stuff back to the beginning.
Right.
One way or another, you're going to find that you didn't have an issue and it was a fluke, or you're going to find that issue and be able to tackle it quicker. Don't be all over the place. Be concise. Be thoughtful with your actions. It is all a time game. This is a living organism that doesn't have all day to do everything, especially in an industry. We need it to do what it can as fast as it can all the time. Work backwards, work fast. Don't do things you don't need to do. If it's not an issue pertaining to what you're doing, don't look at it either. Don't waste time. Be smart. That's the big one.
Efficiency.
Yep. Efficient, and consistent. The more consistent you can be, the more efficient it'll allow you to be as well. They go pretty hand in hand. Yep.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We'll cruise out of this room. We'll go over to mom.
Okay.
Mom's the lifeblood of the grow. If your mom room is in bad health or not working up to snuff, you will feel it every single other place in the grow. So right here, we got mom room, the heart and soul, everything. We have an amazing mom team that takes care of this room.
Okay. Wow.
Thank you.
So how many plants are in this room?
Right now, there's probably 500-600 or so.
Wow.
There's a lot of plants in here. We're getting ready for a new production cycle, which is causing us to just plant buffer right now. We want to make sure that when we get to where we need to be, we have what we want, and then we'll start killing other stuff off after that.
Ideally, or in the structure of the facility, what is the cycle of each room and from here to harvest?
So mom room, generally, what you're seeing in here, there's nothing over 90 days in here. From the moment we took mom stock to the moment it's making our production cuts on the other side, that's less than 90 days generally.
Okay.
We got extremely fast growth at this place. We'll show you some seeds over there. They were popped like a couple weeks ago, and they're this thick by like this already.
Gotcha.
So keeping this moving. From here, they'll go into clone. Clone's about 2-week cycle. Veg is a 3-week cycle, and then we have a 9.5-week cycle in flower. So moving pretty fast, but honestly, compared to a lot of production places, it is a longer cycle. You don't hear a lot of that 9.5 week. You get a lot of 8.5 week, which to me takes away a fair amount. That last end of flower is your main, point of growth, stacking. Stacking on your mass and everything like that. That is the important part. So us being able to do that here is awesome. It's one of the things that a lot of people don't get to enjoy.
So what are some of the mother strands in this room?
What was that? I'm sorry.
The strands?
The strains. So we got all kinds of shit, especially right now over the past call it 2 months. This is Katie Long. She's our mom supervisor. She takes care of this room.
Nice to meet you.
She does awesome. Katie's been popping seeds every 2 weeks for the past at least 2 to 3 months. So we're whipping in new shit all the time. We had roughly 35 production strains that we're constantly working through on top of these new ones that we're bringing in. Some nice ones that we have, our tried and true flagship, probably Glitter Bomb Sweet Tea, or Glitter Bomb by Sweet Tea. If you haven't tried that one, try that one. It is berry gas. It is beautiful looking. Purples out, super frosty. For us, it's great structure, grows very well and easy. There's not a whole lot of irrigation stuff to it. That one's super nice. Some other ones we got, Lemon Pressure. This is a new one coming through right now. It just hit flower this week. This is Motor Breath 15 by 22 lemons. The 22 lemons is OZ Kush by Lemon Tree by Surebanger. It should be stupid. Lemon, motor breathy gas, all kinds of crazy stuff. Some Moon Pop right here. It's a Moonbow by Red Pop. So you get like a nice strawberry gas terp out of that one.
Okay.
We'll keep moving over to see what else we see here. We got some Glitter Bag. This is another new one. This is Glitter Bomb by Frozen Bag. This is from Reverse Genetics.
Okay.
Frozen Bag, if you haven't heard of it, is like one of the frostiest strains ever seen. It is stupid. It's from Square One Genetics.
Okay.
And then Glitter Bomb, for us, we've grown it here. It's generally smaller nugs, but they are frosted out blueberry gas. It is crazy. So hopefully get a nice heavy yielding glitter bomb would be the goal out of that one. Be pretty sweet. Right here we got Cakewalk. This is from Ziploc Seeds. It is LA Kush Cake by Laser Wolf.
Okay.
So got like a wedding cake kind of thing coming back. I love that LA Kush cake.
That's an older strand that you don't see in a lot of rolls or that you can shop at and buy from dispensaries.
People got real tired of the wedding cake. We grew it when we first opened up too, and definitely felt the market didn't like it.
Yeah.
But that was the tail end. That was after it was out for like 5 years or so. So try and bring it back and see what people think about it.
So like, how do you choose the genetics that you want to have in the mom room?
This is the beautiful part of Intrinsic as well, is like I pretty much get free reign. As long as it's gonna hit all those marks. I feel myself, I'm a genetic connoisseur. I'm very in tune with what's coming out or what's good. So decisions off of that, decisions on if would I smoke it. That's another big one. Would we smoke it as a team? Genetic base of like stuff, from history. Motor breath 15, for instance, it fucking dumps yield. It is 30+% every time. Right. Beautiful, hits every mark. So stuff like that. I'm looking for what's hip, you're coming out in the market or anything new like that. If you didn't even get hands on it, we're trying to get that kind of stuff. But it's awesome to just be able to pick and try something we didn't used to do.
So let me put you on the spot. What's the decision based off of genetics that you want versus what the market is catering towards?
The market likes candy gas still. We see a little bit of OG coming back. Like you'll hear it every now and then. People don't like saying it though. That's the weird part, but it's coming. Me myself, I am an asshole guy. I love that butt terp, the gas, the
kind of savory,
all that stuff. The old weed smell. We all used to smoke weed and fucking know that old gassy chronic smell. That is my weed. That's what I like. But I like variances of that. I don't want to just smoke OG all the time. Give me a motor breath with lemon mixed into it. Give me that ass, but give me some lemon on it or something.
Absolutely.
Mixing stuff up, also being unique. Like what flavor haven't you smoked in a while? That's what I want. For us here for a while was strawberry. We're looking for that. We have strawberry fizz and strawberry runts now, and they are the most immaculate strawberry you ever smell. The one's very, very strawberry. The other one's got Moonbow with the strawberry on it. So really, what do we have and what do we need kind of thing too? We got a lot of flavors. I think we hit fucking damn near almost all the marks, but is it older too? Is it something we've had for a while? Can we find some new version of that? Can we fill something newer in? People do get tired of the same stuff over and over again. So being able to bring variety in and do that stuff is big on us.
Some older classic strands that you would like to bring to the grow that's not here.
We got one Lemon OG. It just went out. It's in the Lemon Elixir. That's Lemon OG by an exotic genetic Gudaberry cut. So that one was, to me, that old Pine Sol Lemon OG was like my weed. That shit is fire. Smell like Pine Sol and BOG. That is the weed to me. So that has it in it. It seems like it's leaning more like a lemon haze right now. So not getting exactly what I wanted out of it, but we'll see what it turns out to. This one will probably hit next year. It's Death by Cheesecake. This is from Scapegoat Genetics. It is Death Star by Mainline OG by Black Cherry Cheesecake Cookies. Fucking sounds immaculate. Get a little stem rub on it too. This one smells like it's got the Death Star on it. Yep, just get a nice little rub on there. Back here, we got some other newer stuff popping up. This is Honey Melon Rolex right here. So Honey Banana by Watermelon Rolex from Canada Genetic Company. We got another Death by Cheesecake. And all of these beautiful babies back here are Leopard Shark from Ziploc. It is Jungle Juice, which is GMO. It's a GMO and cheetah piss cross by Frosted Flakes, which is a white truffle and a cereal milk cross. This should be frosty and just truffly cereal.
Is this newer to the grow?
Yep. These were all popped within the last 2 months. This right here was popped probably a month ago. So within a month, we're getting this from seed, which is insane to me.
Do you expect them to kind of grow kind of tall like those, or?
First run, generally all we're going for is to try and get enough cuts we need, depending on the size of the pheno hunt. So for like this one, it's got 10. We need 5 cuts of each pheno to go and try it out in production. So really, that's all we need. The first run after this, it'll go through the pheno hunt stuff. will decide, say it wants to stay and we're going to keep it in production. They'll take mom cuts and then, yep, they'll start rolling through this whole cycle. By the end, they'll be, 7-foot tall monsters, big old stalks on these ladies.
Yeah, I see that.
The health of your moms is where it's at. If this room is not on point, how can you expect anything down the line to be on point? If it all came from here, it needs to all be very good from here. Preach great health in here. Make sure you're on top of this stuff. We do a lot of beneficial stuff in here with like other hydrozyme. That's a big one we use. We use it in a certain time period after transplant, and we've watched the roots get massively wider and more robust from that. We do a lot of Impello Biosciences stuff too.
Okay.
They're awesome. I've not seen one product more than their stuff go and make like instant difference on things.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice root ball. You'll
Right.
start using Impello stuff and it will be the most white mass of roots ever. All of that stuff is worth taking the time to do in your mom room to make sure that this stuff's on point.
Absolutely. How many cuts do you guys usually make?
So every week we're doing right around 1,600, 12 to 1,600 cuts. Every 10 weeks we're doing double that for our double harvest. So every week we chop one room down. Every 10 weeks we do 2 rooms. Just that's the way the cycle works out and everything.
Right.
To me, that's good though. That's a nice cycle. We get the 9.5 week flower time like we like. The sacrifice is doing that one double harvest. It's a lot of labor and it's a lot of things. It's a lot to do one room. It's a lot to do 2 in 1 week. Testament to the team, testament to every single person in this building. I'll say it the entire time, they're what makes this place go around. They are the shit here.
All hands on deck.
Yep. We'll cruise out of this room. We'll cruise over to Clone, let you guys see over there. Katie and team do awesome in here. I love coming in this room.
I see you guys use Coco.
Yep. Loose Coco in here. They're in 1 gallons on that side, 3 gallons on this side. That's all we use in here for the most part. When we're transplanting, we do the Mycos, Azos. That shit, don't not use it if you can. That stuff is amazing. Generally, it's about a month or so, maybe less, that they're in that 1 gallon. Got clone room right here.
So, most of the grows that I go to,
Yep.
I always tell people this is probably one of my favorite parts because I
Hell
like
yeah.
the different explanations from the different cultivars. So
Yep.
I see you guys have the dome process here.
Yep.
So could you explain the cloning process from start to beginning in the most simplest way you can?
Yep. So for us, starts in that mom room. You gotta have a great, healthy mom to be able to take good cuts off of it. For us, we take the utmost top cuts that you can take. Some mentality is lower cuts, but for us, all your auxins, all those hormones that make this plant do what it does is at the top. It's most hyper focused there. That also is what helps you root and do all the other things. So if you want the best cuts and the best stuff, take from the best part of the plant, the top.
Right.
So for there, we'll go and we'll take those cuts. They get a xeritol dunk. They get another Benny dunk just to start to get them ready. That's before they even go in the cube.
Right.
So then they go. We use Clonex here. Dip it in the Clonex, put it in the cube, and then they'll come in here. Those first 3 days, we're not doing a whole lot. We'll clean the dome off, take it off, giving them a little breath. But really, those first 3 days, we're just manipulating vents at that point.
Okay.
Really just, they don't not need to be humid. If you're any bit worried about being able to control humidity, which we're not, but we just like to err on the safe side, you don't want them to wilt ever. Anytime they wilt or they lose turgor, it's not good.
Yeah.
So keep them in the dome for 3 days. After that, we break it up into like 15-minute intervals every single day until they can start tanking being out of that dome long. Generally, we're rooted within 5 days, 7 days at the most, so we root pretty quick. They're generally out of domes within 7 to 8 days or so. They live in here for 14 days in total, so that's a very quick process in here to get them rooted, get them undomed, and all of that stuff. Team does super good in here as well. Cloning is not another thing that's massively hard.
Yeah.
Maintain humidity, have some sort of rooting hormone. You don't have to, but it definitely helps.
It helps.
And healthy moms.
What is the ideal temperature when they're in this state?
For in here, we're around 80, 81, 80, 80.
Okay.
It'll float between 81% and 80, 79%. But just keeping this room as humid as possible also allows for if anything went wrong. Say this one tray happened to get less humidity in it that day for whatever reason, the overabundance of humidity in here is going to help make sure that nothing happens to those as well.
Hormone solution do you use? What is the ideal technique on applying it to the clone?
So we use Clonex. Any IBA is going to do good for you. Cuts has it. All the other ones that generally, if they're advertising cloning solution, it's got some sort of IBA hormone in it.
Okay.
And at that point, for us, we don't do any scoring. We don't do anything to the cut besides cut a nice 45-degree angle. For me, I like to do it on the joint. So when you work down where, branches and nose start to come out, that to me is a joint. take a little lower than that when you take the cut, and then when you actually go to do your 45, take it right on the node itself. There's a lot of, you know, hormones and stuff in that node that helps it to root out easier there, in my opinion. We're only putting like dipping it that much into Clonex. You don't need to shove it in there. That becomes a waste thing at that point. As long as it's on there, you got good surface area around everything. When you put it into the cube, it doesn't like immediately all wipe off when you put it in there.
Right.
It's another thing that's not, it doesn't have to be harder than it needs to be. A lot of this stuff is so simple. You don't got to think too hard about it. If you got issues and stuff, there's definitely a lot of nuance in it, but for us, the scale, the everything, trying to keep it as simple and easy as possible has helped us succeed a lot here.
For the casual people who don't know what IBA is, could you explain, elaborate on that?
That is just that one specific hormone. I couldn't tell you the actual name. I've heard it many times, but couldn't tell you it. That specific hormone helps with rooting. It is what helps shoot the roots out and everything. So generally all of your Clonexes, your cuts, that stuff has that IBA in it. And it's just a rooting hormone at that. Helps tell them to start shitting roots out.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, what's some of the strands that are in this process?
So in here we got Johnny Utah. So for you guys, you got to see R&D. Our R&D room is nice that you only see the entire room 5 times a year.
Wow.
So for limited stuff and all that. And then we even break it down farther that we have 2 groups that go into R&D. So this one here is Group B. Group A will go in the next time. So out of all of that, you see Group B twice a year, and you see Group A 3 times a year. All of our finicky but blingy, shiniest, awesome strains go in this one. Johnny Utah is an Ocean Air Pheno, so it's Point Break by Purple Punch.
Okay.
This one is immaculate. Awesome Point Break orange nose on it. You get like a hint of purple, if you want to say that on the nose. She's frosty, super nice. Does not yield like a motherfucker, though. It is low yield. It's a small plant, but it is fire. You got to have it. So that's where it slides into R&D.
Okay.
If it doesn't have like a heavy yield, we're not going to put it in a normal flower room per se, but we'll let it slide into R&D, get that limited availability, help drive demand of this stuff up too. If it's your most fire and you only see it twice a year, you probably want it that much more when you see it.
Because of the scarcity.
Yep. Over there we have Strawberry Fizz. So that's one I was telling you about before. That is the red pop by, I think it's Alien Rock Candy. That has the moonbow in it. Super strawberry, like gassy candy nose on it. I think we have some somewhere where you'll be able to smell that by the end of the day.
I love that the alien strands are starting to come back, because it was like a lost art. Like, you know, you don't even get a lot of citrusy strands anymore, but alien strands are just literally just like very, very scarce.
Dude, the alien cookies from back in the day, the alien tech from back in the day was awesome. That's alien genetics. So they have the alien rock candy. That's the one that they're breeding in a lot of that stuff. They seem like they got a really good system. I've yet to have anything out of them that doesn't taste good. Their crosses are awesome. A lot of Fruity Pebbles OG. We're a little scarred from that here from our early days, but it is what it is. It holds a place in people's hearts. People like it. It's got some good stuff on it. Just popped down there. That's another one from Alien Genetics. That's the Kiwi Aloha. It is the Aloha Sugar from Blackberry by Kiwi Sours from Alien. The Aloha Sugar, you might have heard it before. It's called John Travolta. That's that Aloha Sugar. So that by the Kiwi Sours, you should get some heavy yielding kiwi blueberry terps off of it, which would be pretty crazy. Don Lemon up there's another new one we just popped. We ended up with 1 pheno of it, so that's what it is, but it dumps. It's like humongous. It's got like a nice lemon haze nose on it too. So we're getting a lot of those lemon kind of hazy noses coming back in, which is pretty nice. Glitter Bomb Sweet Tea here again, tried and true. It makes its way through pretty often. Frosted Truffle Pie, if you haven't seen that by us, that's one of my favorites. We got the cut from Green Rush Farms. They were, I think, fairly well known in the Michigan market for cuts and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
We got it from them. They bred it there. It dumps like this sour truffle sherb, massive yielder out of it. Show you that one in a flower room. It's pretty sweet. First Class Funk. This is right along with Glitter Bomb Sweet Tea, probably our other flagship.
I love that strand.
We've had it since the beginning too. We got it from Clayton Donnelly, one of our old managers. He brought it in, and it does the same thing every time. It is the most hardy plant. It could have stuff Herm out right next to it, and it would never pop 1 seed out of it. It is insane. And it yields like a mother. It gets tall. It hits every mark.
Would you say
that
this
we
one
want
is the outlier of this room?
Not honestly. That R&D stuff is where it's at. That stuff, and for how little people get to see it, like it's so fire, so fire. Not taken away from any of the other stuff. This one for me, I've seen it for 5 years now, so I kind of have a little bias.
Yeah.
Yep. not to take away its fire every single time. Easy to grow. We don't got to do a whole lot to it. All those benefits it's super nice one for us too. We cruise into here. We'll go into veg. We got a tiered system in veg. We only use 2 of the tiers, which is nice. We don't have to get like scaffolding and start doing stuff up top, which is awesome. These plants over here just got loaded in this week.
Okay.
So Tuesday, we loaded these ones in. We got Terpee, Slurpee, Hotlanta, lemon cherry, sherbet, and pad thai going into here. Pad thai, watch for that one. It's the most peanut butter strain I've ever smelled.
Is it a peanut butter breath cross?
No. The Pheno is soy sauce, which is like a Zushi Cushman's cross. But for some reason, in the best peanut butter breath I've had, that tastes more peanut butter than it.
Wow.
It's nuts. That's another one you'll get to smell in a little bit here. So they load in on Tuesdays. We're in here for 3 weeks. They come pretty much the first week. We just want them to root in, get rooted into that block there and establish themselves. Day 7 or so, we're topping, doing a hard top. Come in, break down, get our manifold we want out of that. After that, they're pretty much on cruise control through here. Day 16 or so, the Monday before we load out, they'll come in and do a bottom skirt, a bottom prune on the stuff going out. That's just taking any little lower that doesn't want to do anything or any leaf down there that we don't need. Get that out of there and set them up for success in flower.
Absolutely.
We'll go take a look at these ones down here. Got the guys in here cleaning, getting ready for next week. These ones are going out next week. This is a cool spot because we're doing a Grow Junkie trial. I don't know if you guys have heard of them before. He's an awesome brand out of Florida. It's one of the few where you can get ready to use units with thick chipped cocoa. The thick chipped cocoa, as opposed to like the loose stuff we use in Mom, holds water better. So like we continue to say, the name of the game for us is water retention. Cocoa is more friendly to people.
Right.
You're not worried as much about like drybacks. You still are, don't get me wrong, but this and this are 2 different animals.
Yeah.
This, you gotta be on top and worrying all the time. This buys you a little buffer with stuff. So we're trying it out. We're running it from clone goes into that and then running that through flower and see how that turns out. Everything so far looks awesome. Those plants are ripping. We got great lower extension. This is stuff loaded in with it right next to it. And we're pretty much same size, same beef, different style of plant, but you can see what we have here is also there too.
So how do you
nice.
handle plants grow a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller than what you anticipated?
It depends. Small is nice because we can open irrigation a little bit, but we have shared irrigation zones that's here as well.
Okay.
Generally, it's every 2 racks share irrigation, so whatever that one does, this one needs as well. Try to pair them the best we can, but the best pairings don't always do the same thing. We can do tweaks. We got emitter play we can do. We take an emitter out. We generally don't add in veg, but we'll take something out. Play with the lights if you want. We generally don't. We kind of just tell them to deal with it.
Right.
It's kind of the easy way to say it.
Yeah.
They're not going to do it. We don't want them. We got enough buffer in here that the weak ones don't make it in the flower anyway. More testament to do what you need to do or get out. So that's kind of what we do here. If it's a big chunk, we'll start playing with some irrigation and stuff. Mike will go in and either open it up or close it, depending on if it's too short or too big. But generally, we're always big. These plants will be in those lights next week. Is that great? No, but it is what it is. I'd rather have a big, giant plant face lights than a little tiny plant not doing anything.
Right.
Sydney, our veg lead, comes through every single day. Once they get past like this point, she'll come in and every day weave them through the light bars and all that. We've had them get into the 3rd tier in 3 weeks of veg, which is insane. We grow rapid in here. We're establishing fast. Name of the game is get them in and get them out. Good and best health as you can do it. This is our middle stop. You know, they've been in here a week. They got the hard top done on them. Starting to set a nice base on them. This is a good example of you got a very good plant. The same exact thing right next to it looks like ass. That one ain't making it in the flower, but the rest that are doing great are going to do awesome in flower. That's why you take that buffer too. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to put everything in. That's shooting yourself in the foot right there. These ones still got 2 weeks left in them. Go through, finish off topping some stuff, but really they're in maintain mode. We make sure that they're in our delta we want on irrigation. Make sure they're drying back. Make sure we're getting them back up to content. It's as simple as it is a lot of the time. P1, P2, 3, P3. Michael preach it to you. That's what it is. Get to content, maintain content, dry back overnight, but not too far. Do those things, you will grow some fucking fireweed.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. So we'll keep cruising through here. Veg is awesome. Set up for R&D, so when we have that double harvest come through, they get set up in these double racks here. So when everything's going, we'll have this all full and every rack full on the other side. So it gets pretty pumped up in here. So now everything this way in R&D right there are all flower rooms. We'll cruise down to 9 and show you the start of flower. Rob, one of our IPM guys, holds it down for us. These ones we're gonna go and look, they're on about day 7 right now. So they've been in flower a week, but you'll get to see like from veg what they look like after being in a week. This is another part of Rhythm, separate from the AFS, the feeding system that we have in there. This is the environmental controller. We can go in, we can adjust lights, we can make sure that everything turns on. CO2 is done through here. Check PAR, there's a little PAR sensor in the room. So the lights go off at night. We can check that just to make sure that there's no PAR going on in the room, which is pretty sick. You can see somebody right now from their computer, which is awesome. Don't have to be standing right here to do it. They're going through and adjusting something on it, checking lights. CO2 is ripping in this room. We got our temps where we want. This is cool too, just like that when we have recipes built in. So we got a week 1, 2, 3, all the way through onto flower.
Well, what are you looking for? And what are these numbers? What would be off to you at the time when you're looking at it?
So for me, if I'm looking at this, I got a few key things I'm looking for. CO2 being one, I just want to see that there's CO2 in the room. If there's no CO2 in the room and we're bumping, it's not good. The plants will start to fry out. They need that excess CO2 or supplemental CO2, sorry. For lights, just want to see that they're on, that we have that PAR reading. We got security cameras that are, once again, we can check from home. So every single night Mike gets on the computer, and that's our double check. Rather than just trusting that a computer and a PAR sensor's right, we get on and look and make sure that the lights are turning off every night. Temp and stuff, really just within range. Temp's gonna bump and bump and run a little bit. You're not gonna be sitting at that perfect temp all the time. Something we had to learn as dealing with our HVAC guy, Ben. He's awesome. Dealing with us wanting to be perfect, but having to understand there is perfect's not a real thing either. So just looking for outliers, really. You know what you want to be. Don't focus on the good. The good's good, and you don't need to worry about it. Look for stuff that's off or bad or different or sticking out, and that's really what I'm looking for. If something was drastically under temp or CO2 wasn't there, the lights weren't on or something, those are the main things. All the other stuff, as long as we're within our 2% of everything, we'll be fine. Here's into here. So this room got loaded last week. So we've been in here a week. We're starting to do what we want to do. We're rooted into that bottom block. Now we got our tension down from the trellis to make sure we're doing what we want. And they're just starting to do their thing. Really getting settled and making sure they're happy is the big stuff.
Yep. How many plants are in this room?
So in every flower room besides R&D, there's 684 plants. R&D gets 448. We used to do double that back in our heyday. Come a long way. For us, we like the bigger plants. This is the different mentality that I think we have as opposed to a lot of other people. We want big plants and we want things that stretch and fill out all that stuff. We're not in it for that short turn. We want, we had 9.5 weeks of flower. Let's get some shit that'll dump in that time and do big things.
What kind of lights do you guys use?
We use Fohse throughout the whole facility. Fohse is awesome. These are all LEDs. These flower ones are 1,500 watts from the wall, which is awesome. Generally, LEDs, you'll see 1,500 watts, and it's like 150. So these being true, 1,500 is nice. We have the Sirius and Clone. Those are 60 watts. Being able to adjust, we can go up and down percents in here, which is sweet. We also have Spectrum that we can adjust in here, which is awesome. So day 21, when we start, we're in spring. Day 21, we flip the summer, and then day 42, we flip the fall spectrum. So we're doing that every single time the room comes through. We have forget the name of the ones in veg, but they're 800 watts in veg as well, Fohse as well.
I see you guys have the Aiden.
Yep, Andins. These are just supplementals. We have Daikin's upstairs, like big, massive air handling units that are awesome. This room right now, the way you feel it, in 15 minutes, it could be 50 degrees and fucking no humidity. That's how good these rooms are. So this right here is nice. It's good for protection, but in the same breath, it's not doing a whole lot here either. It'll probably dehumidify like a quarter of this room. But really we rely on that HVAC upstairs. It is robust and massive. We got the chiller system out back that helps a lot too. So it's robust. That stuff is just for if something goes wrong in here. It's a good safety net. Have safety nets wherever you can have them. We got Ocean Air right here. It's the one we talked about in Clone. It gets nice and big. It'll be above our extensions. Throws out nugs about this big, and it's red. That's in your mid-20s probably.
Okay.
Nice smoke. Good smoke. Nothing too crazy.
What's the profile for it?
It's got that like chopped cherry savory nose on it. Kind of makes me think of Thanksgiving with some like hint of orange behind it too. Got the point break in it, so you get a lot of that orange off of it. And then it's got purple punch. Purple punch is, you don't get a whole lot of the nose out of it, but you might get like a hint of grape out of it. But definitely similar to chopped cherry look and smoke on it. Super nice. Decent grower. It's probably one that we're looking to see if we can find a replacement for, but still does good. Hotlanta, this has been around a long time. We got 3 phenos of it that float through flower. We have the Hotlanta, the Diamond OG, and the Georgia Haze. This one is straight gas. It is a gassy bit. It does massive giant colas on it. It'll get huge, straight gas. The Georgia Haze is terpene lean forward, so nice and hazy, but still gassy. The Diamond is this weird fucking hazy cheese bitch that throws out.
I love the cheese strands.
Oh my God, it's nice. This is Pave by Georgia Pie. Pave is awesome. I will grow a lot of shit that has Pave in it.
And the Georgia Pie, because Georgia Pie is fire.
Fire.
Dog's kiss.
Smokes good, big ass yield off of it. All those things we're looking for. Tamales over here. Chili Verde by Obama Runts. This Pheno is the best Skittles terp I've smelled. Heavy moonbow kind of Zittle terp on it.
Okay.
Skittles will have this weird back end on it generally. That's not bad, but it's weird. This has none of that. This is just straight candy fucking on it. It's awesome. Lower yielder, finicky grower, but the flower is so worth it. Absolutely. It is immaculate. Bean Fiends, I like all the shit. Mint Master and all those guys. Mobile J. Mobile J did the Super Boo.
I feel like I already know the answer. Terpene and strain profile. Like, what do you like?
I am a gassy ass man. True and true. I don't give a fuck about potency. You know good weed when you see good weed. It smells like good weed. It looks like good weed. It's good weed.
Good weed.
Most of your THC shit in the market's all false. Like it. Until we get a one true state-ran lab.
Is this a good guess?
Smoke it and see what you think. Don't just trust that number. That number's probably false to begin with.
Yes, sir.
Got to work good through post too. We don't want stuff that's going to be like massively hard on them. If it's massively hard on post, it better be some fucking fire.
Yeah.
We got to be able to have that argument with them. Not an argument, but a talk, you
Debate,
know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we doing this? Because it's fire. They're awesome over there. They do a lot for us. They do crazy good work in post-harvest here too.
Absolutely.
Finish the room out with Donnie Burger, tried and true. She is awesome.
This Donnie Burger is a top 3 strand for me.
Yep.
And it's not 3.
Dude.
It's not 3.
Donnie's fucking awesome. This cut washes too. We've had it washed one time and it fucking threw down like 5% on the wash.
Okay.
Generally, it's one of our heavier yielders too. It'll throw down like 67, 70 grams a square foot of just like bud, upper 90s, hundreds of biomass. Tried and true. It's hard to get rid of Donnie when Donnie does what Donnie does.
What genetics is it from?
Got this from a cut. I believe it's Han Solo by GMO. So another GMO it's hard to grow it indoor, but if you can get it in shit and get enough of that profile into it, the growth, the taste, it's fucking so beneficial. So I love GMO. I love getting it in when we can. Fucking, I want some rosin of that bad boy. It's so.
Are you guys particularly just a flower facility? Or do you guys do rosin?
Nope, we don't do rosin yet. We're hoping soon enough. We're talking about it. We're hoping that Intrinsic and all the good things we got going with them, we can get into the rosin game. For now, just flower. Site in Jackson has all their own stuff they do. All of our processing, they do the edibles. They'll make our fire sticks over there as well. Those new pre-rolls, all full flower that we're coming out with, will be done over in Jackson as well. Having them's awesome. They're great people over there. They do a lot of support for us as well. All of us coming together to get Intrinsic off the ground and show people what we can do is what we're trying to do right now. So this just got the day 21 defold done to it. They just finished today.
Damn.
So they crush it.
How important is defoliation in your opinion?
So for us, you can kind of see right here, we strip that bottom probably up to about 7 or so leaves at the top, and then we stop there for day 21. But big thing is cleaning out your middles. Make sure your middles are empty. You're getting good light penetration through everything, especially when you got a big full canopy up top. You really need to be smart, push and pull some leaves where you can, really start to get that light down in there. So it's developing that whole lower half for you. We don't run under canopy, so that default is what gets us that light penetration down in there. Frosted Truffle Pie, so we talked about in the clone room, massive. She gets real big. Just starting to set the floral sets on it now, but she will be giant. She'll be every bit of that big by the end of flower. Nice truffle Sherbie profile on it. Super nice. Glad we got that one. Diamond OG. So this is the sister to that Hotlanta. You might be able to get a nice, let's see. You can get a rub on a floral set right there. Get that terp. It's very terpene lean forward right now. That cheese will start to come out over those next few weeks, which is pretty sweet. Only really one that we had that does that. We don't got a whole lot of cheese, but this one will pass the mark for like terpene lean hazy cheese, which is awesome.
See, that one is kind of growing a little taller than usual.
What's that?
This one is kind of growing like a super tall right here.
Oh yeah, that's that FTP. She gets monstrous. Every bit. We'll be within a foot of that light. We're probably up at like 1,600 micromole up there, which is pumping. That's where that CO2 comes in. You gotta have that supplemental CO2. You gotta have proper irrigation. You gotta have all of those different variables to make this work. If you're missing one, it'll be up there frying the fuck out or something or not working. So us taking all that time to make sure we're checking all those boxes and everything's hitting where it should is what makes it be able to do some of the stuff we do. This is the other sister to that Pheno hunt of Hotlanta, Georgia Haze. This one's super terpenoline, gets like more gas though. It'll get super gassy on the ass end, but still keep that haze nose. Super like grease feel on the nugs. Probably one of my top flowers we got here. It's very unique for what it is.
What is your process as far as Pheno hunting?
Pheno hunting, so we actually got one over here you can check out. So that first run, we give them one bench and we want to just split this bench up with phenos. So however many we had, like the leopard sharks, we have like 10. So each one will have 5 plants. This one, we only had 4. So they got split up more than that. The fun of pheno hunts, as you can see in the back, Herms. So we had some start to Herm. We cut them right out. We don't want to risk everything else.
Right.
But these ones are crushing. So this is Straw Melon Burst from Canna Research Co. You have to smell this back one. It is the most cherry starburst that fucking I've ever smelt. Get you a nice rub of a floral set on that one. Yep, get in there and smell that. That is fucking cherry starburst, dude. It's nuts of how crazy cherry that is.
So you just mentioned something about the flower Herman. Explain what that is, and then how can you identify that it's doing that?
So a Herm is just, for us in the cannabis business, we want females in flower. That's what's, this is a female plant with that floral set. Males throw nuts and balls, as we call them, or lobster claws. They kind of look like that. If that goes in the flower, that's just going to release pollen into the open air and seed anywhere where you see a hair on it. No bueno. Nobody wants to smoke seeded weed. That is damn near a cardinal sin in our industry. You don't want to have that. It does happen. So doing the best you can. So every joint is a spot of a sex organ on the plant. It'll either have a nice little pistol set or it'll have a lobster claw, the male organ. For us, when they start to flower within that first week, it'll start to do its thing, grow, but that sex organ will start to show what it's going to do. It can be female going in and then change. That's the Herm. Yeah. Yep, it's hermaphroditic. It has a hermaphroditic trait to it. Something caused it to do it, whether it was genetic, whether it was environment, some person stressed it out to that point, something caused it to Herm. So at that point, you still have all of this floral set happening, but inside you would have balls forming, like underneath a floral set or something in this crotch, like right here. You can see like that that's a pistil right there, that big giant teardrop. If it was a male, that would look like a lobster claw. It would be like a ball with a hood over it. Even if it does start throwing pistils, it can Herm and it can start to do that. So we have our team comes in. No matter what, for those first 21 days, we're looking for Herms. At least once a week, they come in and they're scouting. They're going through every plant, looking at almost every joint that we can to look for Herms popping up. So this has been in here for about 3 weeks. They caught those within the first week. At that point, you're seeing the organ. It's not doing anything. It's not pollinating. It could have pollen forming in it, but generally it's still pretty early. So if you cut it out at that point, you don't have a whole lot to worry about. For us, we'll go through and we'll xeritol fog after or spray just to sterilize on contact as well. If anything was there, we're taking that step to make sure that we're killing it on contact.
Absolutely.
The rest of the room is the priority at that point, making sure that it doesn't seed or do anything that we don't want it to do. That's kind of our process. It'll come in here. We'll section them out. We'll run each pheno through one cycle of harvest. Generally, you're going to get ideas of what you got, whether it's fucking amazing terps or it's got a good growth rate or it's got any bit of promise that we want to run it again. So at that point, maybe halfway through flower, if we can tell, we'll tell Katie in the mom room, hey, start getting this one ready again. The next time it comes through, one pheno will have its own bench in the room. So this number 1 would be run a full bench worth the next time. Bigger sample size, bigger stress test for it. Now it's got to play with the other stuff and still do good like it had to before, but we're going to see a bigger sample of it. At that point, it's pretty much down to decision making. Does it have the terp? Does it have the look? Does it have, frost, THC? Does post, work well with it? Is it a pain on them? Does the packaging have issues? We have stuff that'll throw nugs like this. You can't pack that. You got to do something with it. So that's an issue, stuff you got to look at. So all of those things kind of weigh in. We are in a fill-in cultivar mode. We're going into a new production cycle where you're going to only see every strain once every 10 weeks. Drive that demand up for everybody, but also make it easier on some other fronts for us. So we're working into that. That'll have some ebbs and flows of some new stuff, but all of this stuff is getting catered towards quality, to making sure that this is the best that it can be, which is everything that we want, everything that everybody should want. You're going to get the best quality flower out of us that you can possibly get for all the time, the care that, you know, the team takes, that Mike takes every night, checking everything. That should show, and it will show, and it does show.
This is nice.
Thank you. We love hearing it. By all means, talk us up. We got big egos that like to be patted every now and then.
Did you think it would ever be a time where it'd be jobs like this where you could literally do what you want to do?
No. And then, and then to have the freedom we do here at Intrinsic is awesome. They're not, like I said, I'm popping what I want to pop for the most part with the team's input, making sure, you know, everything's going good, but we don't have a whole lot of restriction, which is nice. They trust us, they believe in us, they're letting us do what we want and making sure we can do what we need to do. We got the Wagyu in here. That's another Pheno hunt coming through right now.
Okay.
It's almost done. It still has 2 weeks, but you guys can check that one out.
What's the profile for it?
Super haze, which is crazy to get out of Wagyu. Nothing really in those genetics. It's Cow God by Redneck Wedding from Surfer Seeds. The Redneck Wedding is like GMO wedding cake cross, and the Cow God, kind of unknown. I don't really know what's in it, but I wouldn't expect haze to be in something. So we got F2 right here.
Damn.
So you got the Hotlanta up front here. This is the one we showed you back there. This is about what it finishes at.
These are some huge nuts.
Hell yeah, thank you.
See, like them ones up top.
Don't take this the wrong way. They're a little small for our liking right now. We know we got a lot more room.
The ones up top?
Yep. Okay. Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen this big come out of this strain before. Us, you know, we just changed to Athena a couple months ago. We're crushing. We got great yields, but we still have plenty of room to grow. Our screen we ran for 3 years. Think of how much expertise and things you know in 3 years. Now we got to learn that with Athena and dial it in, but we got a fucking amazing base already. By all means, get a finger rub if you want. Smell that shit. She's super gassy. Pretty much best way to describe Hotlanta.
How many pounds per light is ideal for the goal?
I did the math because I knew you'd ask. The last room we harvested was about 5.17 per light. Dry, usable flower. We got 87 lights in every flower room. So we're pumping it out of here. Our heaviest harvest, the record to date, is 498 pounds of just flower out of one of these rooms. That's fucking nuts.
Especially in today's time.
Dude, it's nuts.
It's crazy.
So we do pretty good here. This is Terpee Slurpee. It is GMO by Orange Skittles, but it is a flavor changer. You're gonna get a nug rub on it. It's gonna smell like orange haze. Just sit there for a minute, keep rubbing your fingers together, and it's crazy how much it changes. Like weed normally smells the same the entire time. So right out, I actually get a little bud off the rip here, but you get that nice orange bright smell. Now if you just sit and rub it a little more, that GMO really starts to come out. That
kind of musty kind of smell.
Dude, it starts to take over. It's crazy. Just to see weed like change flavors just by like touching it or smelling it's fucking sweet to me. This one does awesome for us. It's probably our only sativa in the building right now, true sativa. It does have GMO in it though, so you kind of argue it.
Is the scarcity in sativa because how it yields?
Not really. This is one of our biggest dumpers in the thing. I tell you that everybody wants a sativa until they get the sativa. They don't look good. They generally don't flower in the time period you need it to flower in. Those are the big ones. Not a lot of indoor growers had the time to put towards it. That 9.5 week schedule we do is nice that it gives us an extra week as opposed to a lot of other people. So say we cut it down right now, you can see all the white pistils still on it and everything. Like it still needs another week or so. Having that helps us be able to grow some more stuff like that, hopefully. But this one does awesome for us. Not a lot has really come out of it. We've had a couple others, but that's the other side. A lot of sativas are green and not maybe the prettiest looking. So this is the pad thai we were talking about. She does pretty good for us too. She dumps pretty good. Get you a stem rub on that.
Like the orange hairs.
Yep. Get you a little rub. It is nuttier than a mother.
I would have thought this one would have had a GMO cross versus the other one.
Yeah.
This one a little bit more mustardy than that one.
Yep. This is that soy sauce Pheno. Another Pheno of it from our other one. Sushi by Cushman. Definitely unique. It's the only one we have that does that. Benefit is she throws down too. She's got big old colas on her. Super dense. This is, lemon cherry sherbet by Permanent Marker.
Okay. We
used to call it Z-Meat. Name didn't really set the tone. Smell it and tell me if it doesn't smell like Skittles and meat. It's the terp. It's Skittles and it's meat. That's it to me. So it's super nice. This one floors you. It fucks me right up. I smoke a doobie or a ball and pack and I'm pretty up after. Super terpy, little more finicky to grow. You can see like the tacoing on it, but it'll still throw down with the rest of the stuff. It does awesome. This front pheno is the more Wagyu leaner. If you get a smell on it, it's definitely more like GMO-y.
So is it fair to say like you guys are more indica, gas, grow?
I tell you, we got anything to hit what you want. If you say a terp, I got what you need. And if we don't, that's my goal. That's where the pheno hunts come in. I'm making, now I got a kiwi over there. You know, right. I'm trying to get any flavor. Lemon OG cross, we got it because it has red eucalyptus terps on it as well.
Okay.
You've seen eucalyptus terps anywhere?
Nope.
No. So that's our mentality. We want to be different. We want to have different stuff.
So thoughts on the candy wave that we going through?
Listen, I like candy. I like it a lot. I like every weed. Do we need to only grow candy? No, that's dumb. So this is the other pheno, but it is so haze off the rip. Like terpenoline nose forward, really bright compared to the other one. This to me is an anomaly. Like where the haze came out of the Wagyu is beside me.
Sweet. So you didn't anticipate that?
No, I anticipated that asshole up front. I did not anticipate haze on the back end. She's a little uglier, like for what she is, but you know, if she's gonna lean sativa, she's kind of fitting that mark of being ugly and all that shit. So we'll see how the market likes it, but she's loaded with trichs, super terpy. I want to walk in the room and can smell you. That's what I want.
What do you feel about the price points of flower nowadays in the market?
We're getting better. We were definitely on the other end where, you know, we bulked everything and we sent it to processors and we felt that. Intrinsic, that is the complete opposite now. Quality, we were going to show you we got the quality and we're asking for that quality price. Is it still a crazy asking price? No, but it's from where we came from, we're very happy. We're getting happier.
Right.
You know, I like to see it go up a little more to the point of like we all should eat. Like just as much as those dispos should eat and make money, we should make money too and be able to do our thing.
Absolutely.
Everybody's sharing the wealth, figure out a way to do that all together. That's the main way to do it.
Do you think you guys will ever process here?
Probably not here. We're pretty big, but the building for what we do is small. Like every day we're like, can we get another fucking room, please? Or something, but we'll never get it. So trying to make do with what we can. If we get anything, hopefully it's the rosin. We have a room put away right now that we're like, please let us play a little bit. We do it small scale. That would be cool too. You'd see like sub 200 jars, hopefully, and just enough for us that we're rosin heads and we love smoking rosin. We get to taste our flower and rosin, but also let other people try it out and see it. It don't need to be we're flooding the market with rosin, but let the boys play.
Small batch.
Yep, let the boys play. We all like smoking it. We want to see what this stuff can do. The flower's fire. Imagine rosin in some of this stuff. You know what I mean? We had a little taste. Roslyn did a little wash for us. They washed that Donnie burger, and it was immaculate, dude. It was immaculate.
Some of the other outside of the Donnie burger, what's some of these other strands that you guys have here that you will want to wash and turn into rosin?
Strawberry Fizz and the strawberry runts, anything with Moonbow in it. Tamales. We have a big nasty that's Chem D by runts that literally can like watch the heads fall off of it. It probably don't.
Chem runts, I'm not too much different than him. I like gas and ass, you know what I mean? So something funky, you know, Chem runs, that big nasty. Any of those would.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss, yeah.
We got gelateria too, which is another gift from Clayton, our old director. That one, it's not in production anymore, but I'm holding it for the hope of rosin. It is some of the best weed I've ever tasted. It's a side gelato by Jet Fuel Gelato. And I'm talking like
sour peaches, almost like sour yogurt peaches. It's
dude,
it's wild.
It is so up your nose with like bright fruit and sour. You will never see it in flower again. But my hope is we get rosin one day. That thing supposedly washed 6+%. And if you ever taste that terpene rosin, we will all be. It goes to post and has a horrible time over there. If they were to tell you one that they don't want to work on, it's gelateria. Here we got F1. This room's going to smack you when you walk in.
Ba-ba. See the red dot on the side. Yeah,
got that musty
Oh,
smell.
yeah. Smells like my...
How long have they been here?
So this is Monday will be day 67. That's that full 9.5-week flower cycle. So seeing it from that very beginning room, from when they're, you know, this big, this is what 9.5 weeks does. Throws out fucking giant of weed and you know, crazy shit.
Yeah, that's a huge nug.
Dude, it's nuts. That's a baseball bat.
That's a sword. That's a bow and arrow.
Yeah. Wait till you see the apple fizz over here, dude. It's bigger than this.
This right here.
Yep. So, yep.
Like I like how they kind of are a little bit taller, but as you scale up the plant, they just big nugs.
For us, still doing that lower prune, the bigger your plant is, you just raise this up a little bit. You still want sustenance. For us, we're looking for like 3 to 4 feet of canopy, ideally. You don't get that every time, but that's what we're aiming for.
Trim here?
What's that?
You guys trim here?
The finished flower?
Trim?
Yep. Yep, we'll take you over there after.
How do you feel about using third-party companies in a grow? Because usually more tenured growers like yourself are a little bit more stingy with it. So how are you guys able to open it up to where you trust people to trim your bud?
Hard. It's very hard. What I will say is they're just fast and efficient. They listen very well. From that team, we get a lead for our cultivation side that Michael and the team will work with directly, and then they lead their team out as we go through. And we are on their ass about anything.
Quality checks,
Multiple times a day. They don't get to go more than one table without us looking to make sure that it's doing what we want.
Thorough process.
Thorough process. Like you said, it's a lot of trust to trust people that you don't know to come in here. For us, and I'd love to have a team that could do it, but as bad as it sounds, they've proven to be way better. Our teams used to take about a week and a half to do the same defo that they're doing a day and a half.
They're efficient.
Let's do it. I'm down. But until then, they got the proof in their pudding, and they're
what's the quota? Well, how many pounds do they have to do?
So for trim over there, I want to say they're at like 8 or 9 pounds a day that they're hand trimming over there. For us, they're doing that day and a half. They got to defo this whole room. That's a fucking lot. A lot of grows, it takes even longer to do less than what we have.
684 plants and they're this big. It takes a minute. Right?
Takes a minute, yeah.
Is it always perfect? No, but god damn, did it get pretty close, dude. They're awesome.
Is there a certain way you guys want them to trim, as far as technique wise?
Just normal stuff. Don't shave. The cool part for us too is we're getting ready to possibly get soft trim. I don't know if you've heard of them before. It's a machine. It's a machining trimming machine. It uses silicone pads and it runs through the middle, and it's just silicone ticklers, if you want to call
So
them.
is it like just fine trimming the bud?
It will be less of a worry for like shaving and stuff than having people do it, which is nice. It'll be able to get into the nitty gritties, but not take away from like the natural look of like all of these foxtails and calyxes and stuff like that. You run that through a machine right now, it'll shave it off. It'll look like a ball at the end. Going through that soft trim, it'll go in like that and it'll look like that at the end, which is sick.
I wish your pushback to people to be like, you putting it through a machine, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that.
I am all against machine. I'm not on an agreement of a trim machine. This soft trim I wouldn't put it in the same ballpark. It's not a barrel trimmer, and it's not blades. It's not anything like that. It's little silicone, little tips if you want. And it's on a conveyor belt that runs like this. You drop the weed in and they just do this all the way down. Being able to not mess up those foxtail, that gives you the hand trim look.
Absolutely.
This is as close as you can get to hand trimming without having people hand trim it. That takes time. That's the shittiest part of hand trimming, is the time that it takes to do it. Can we find a happy medium to have a machine that can have good throughput but not mess your weed up is the main goal here. That'll help a lot of other things, be able to put time in other places that used to just trim all day. Well, now we can do other things. You take the time and make this place even better than it is right now. That's gonna be the sweet part about all that stuff. This is Black Rainbow. This is from Lit Farms. This is another, this is the sister to Z-Meat. I lied. This is the sister to Z-Meat. So that lemon cherry sherbet by Permanent Marker, this is meat. It smells like meaty gas. That's best way to put it. That big gassy smell you got when you came in is all this Black Rainbow right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's taking over the whole room.
Yup. It fucking dumps too. It's got nice big colas on it. It's pretty easy to grow. Nothing too crazy. And she is frostier than shit. This is another great smoke from us. One that doesn't get like a lot of limelight. Nobody talks about it a lot, but if you find it, smoke this one. It's fire. Then you got the fucking boulders. These fucking things, dude.
And it's frosty.
Dude, just go in here and like push on one of these and shake it around. Just give her a little move around in there, dude. The weight on these is insane. For what it is, it's a brick. There's zero give on that nug. It's Apple Fizz from Surfer Seeds. It's Apple Mac by Purple Punch. So another Purple Punch gal, definitely more Mac than anything. Super frosty. This is one where I was talking, it's like, that top nug's every bit of a ½ ounce when it's dry. Like, you can't pack that. So that's just one that packaging is not the biggest fan of, but how can we make it work and figure it out?
Do you feel like more of the purple strains that are out now are just matte strains?
Not necessarily. There's a lot. I tell you, it's a lot of runts. A lot of runts flooding the market. You get some max though too. For what it is, you're getting frost. You're getting guaranteed frost and guaranteed big giant nugs out of it. You're gonna have a lot of that. There is a lot of it out there, but it's not one that I'm super upset with seeing. Even the runts, like as much as runts is out there, runts is fucking good.
It's good.
We all like smoking runts.
But it just depends on the type of run.
Yep. Definitely. This next one is called Juicy Toots.
Okay.
Super good. Big and chunky. You can get a smell of that one too. Super bubblegummy. Maybe a hint of gelato, but it's another one that like you sit there long enough, it'll turn into GMO and musk and funk and all that. And then lastly, we got La Rosa. This one's not making the cut. We're killing this Pheno off, but this is a good look at like the second run of the Pheno hunt. She came through. We ran, I think, 6 Phenos of it. We kept 4 of them, so now they all came through. They got their own bench. This one just doesn't hit the mark fully. Our number 2 is massive, smells like potpourri and gas and crazy shit. This one has a nice smell, but the yield is going to be a little lower. It's not as fat up top. Still super frosty, but that's that little margin that makes a difference. So that other one's going to get kept. We're going to kill these off, but it might make its way through flower. You'll probably end up seeing it in a store somewhere, but
Absolutely.
it's cool. It's got a nice, like, gassy gelato smell on it. It's another one from Bean Fiends. I believe it is Cuban Runts by Truffle Pie. So, nice cross, but just didn't hit some of the marks. But we did get a keeper out of it, and you'll see, and that fucker dumps big old giant nugs that are frosted out. Super nice. So, that's cultivation in a sense. You know, we're trying to do our best. Michael and team are up every night making sure that we're doing what we need to do every single day to make sure that people get the best flower they can get out of us.
What's both of you guys day to day? Like, what primarily do you do? And then what primarily do you do?
So I'm cultivation manager. I'm more upfront, just making sure that we're smooth sailing, looking for issues if there is any, just more upfront, making sure that we're operating smoothly. Michael is your boots on the ground, making sure that this fucking place is doing what it's supposed to.
Got things to do every day. Got different departments doing things every day. It's just making sure they're set up for success and kind of doing what we need them to do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Answering any questions they need and developing them along the way. You know, our goal is also to train these people to be the best cultivators they can. We were lucky enough to come up some really great mentors, and now we're in a position where we get to do that to these people. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, that's why I take pride in this stuff. You know?
Yep. But if you see it and you're smoking it, know that Michael Sloat is the guy taking care of it right now. He deserves all the credit on it.
What's your guys' favorite part of the process?
My beginning stages, it was flower because it's flower. This is what we want to fucking do. It's honestly all of it. It's hard to pinpoint one thing. Being in this industry for how long it's been now, it is all of it. I like getting up and working with Michael in the morning to make sure we got a good base, checking in with the team to make sure that they're smooth. Do they need anything? Seeing the end, the finished product, smoking it, making sure that what the people are getting is something that I would smoke. If I don't want to smoke it, nobody else should want to smoke it. So, you know, it's hard to pinpoint one thing, but it is all immensely awesome and trying not to take it for granted what we do. We were little kids dreaming of this shit. Now we're here doing it. Don't get too caught up in all the bullshit. Just be happy with what you're doing and don't, take it day by day.
Oh, man, like we said earlier, it's sometimes you got to pinch yourself and like, this is our lives. This is what we get to do every day, is come play with these plants, hang out with people that are like-minded, and put our best foot forward, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
I don't know. For me, the most exciting thing lately has been getting the Pheno hunt and popping seeds every other week and running these guys through and just getting fresh looks, fresh tastes, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so I get new stuff out in the market with people. So,
what part of the process do you find yourself learning more about as time progresses?
It'll probably always be irrigation. It is an ever-changing and ever-moving thing. Nothing's ever the same. That's the it's the hard and the fun part of it. It's always different. This is the wake up every morning. Let's figure out what we got to do that day. Got P1, P2, and P3. As hard and as complex as it is, it's as simple as that. Get the content, maintain it, and dry back. We check those things, but we do nothing like we used to do. So where we started 5 years ago to what we do now, it is ever changing. It will ever change. Just got Athena that's going to call for different mentalities on certain things and this and that. So that'll be the one that don't stop learning, don't stop figuring it out, don't stop looking at it. Like that is the core of everything. The other stuff falls behind that. If you can irrigate good, the plant will be good. You know what I mean? So
yeah, at this point, we just have a kick-ass irrigation team. We really wouldn't be able to push and drive these plants as hard as we did if they were not busting their ass like they are. You know, every day they're getting in here. I'm sure you guys, I don't know if you have any laying out here, but we have runoff trays in every room. So the group of 4 guys come in every morning, hold those trays. We're getting runoff from every bench in this facility, making sure we're hitting our marks. Like Tyler said, we're hitting our targets, our P1, our P2, our P3, our runoff targets. If we're not, if we're hitting those along the way, we're usually in a really good spot. If something is off and we feel like, oh, that zone's not quite where we want it, we're coming in here and deep diving in and actually probing these grouping of plants and trying to get a better understanding of what it is so we can react quickly and get it back on target. So yeah, at this point, I mean, irrigation, that's what I came up to. I'm a bit of a nerd on that. I lived in that water room for about 3 years. So once again, just getting to work with that Rockstar group of guys we got back there and just get these plants what they need. And if we're not, figure it out quickly and get it there. So they really do a great job. So to me, it's just always evolving and trying to stay on with that, stay on date with that. So
We'll cruise over to the trim room now, show you guys that stuff. Come in, there's a trim crew that comes in and then the cultivation team that comes in. They each do their own thing throughout the day. They're working 10-hour days, making sure that whatever we need to get done gets done in that day. Once again, it's another one that's like, it's so nice having it. Once we get this off trim though, it's going to be awesome. Being able to do just as much, but also get some, even better looking product out of it with that machine. So this is Juan's crew. They come in, they do a ton of work for us. They're just coming in every day, making sure they're either trimming, they're bucking. Right now, the cultivation team finished the defols for the week. They crushed it, and now they're in here helping out as well. Anything we can do to be dynamic, pivot labor, wherever it needs to be is what we do. It's the name of the game.
Absolutely.
So you can check out some of the stuff they're trimming up. Big old giant nugs. They still hold a lot of density as they go through. It's a fluffier strain, but that floral set is still holding up a lot of durability.
I like those fluffier looking strains too.
It's got that red look on it, which is super nice. Super purple, but kind of the hint of red, chopped cherry-esque. Super nice. That one's nice. This is the setup. They got QC checks every single time they bring a bin up. One of our leads or their lead is looking at everything, making sure that we're hitting all those marks. Nothing's getting missed. A lot of throughput of weed through this place. So having all those critical checkpoints is what makes a difference to make sure that somebody doesn't get a leafy nug or this or that or something. Worst thing would be to not have all the stuff we put that hard work into, get it to a customer. We cannot let it happen. So we'll have 1,000 checkpoints if we need to make sure that we're doing that stuff for them. Cruise to the dry room. Dry room's pretty sweet. It is just a room where the weed dries, but it is a state-of-the-art. Turn the line on. Where are you at? They started sectioning now. This is something we didn't used to do where we're not full plant hanging anymore. We go through, we section it out into either quarters or branches or whatever it may be. Helps get a better even dry across everything. This is airing to that soft trim. It needs a certain material to go in, a certain dryness, and this is going to help be that much more even across this entire room.
How big of a part does temperature play in the part?
A ton. The hotter you are, you're going to start degrading terpenes instantly. It is a volatile thing. 1 degree above whatever it wants to burst at, it'll burst. If you're mishandling, if you're rough with it, all of those things go against it, especially after you cut it down. When it's up, it can tank a lot of stuff. We can sit there, you could rub it with your finger, or you can spray it, and it's not going to degrade those trichomes as much. The moment you cut it down, anytime you touch it, it's messing it up to that point. So
what's the sweet spot for the temperature in this room?
We like 60-60. That's just the sweet spot across the industry too. There might be some tweaks with soft trim where you got to go down a little more in humidity, but we'll kind of play it by ear and by cultivar. But for now, it is amazing being able to do this stuff. before you get a full plant that the inside would be soaking wet or the outside would be dry. It's a nightmare to work through a process like that.
Absolutely.
So this has been awesome. We'll cruise over to the cure room. This is massive bonus. This is something that we didn't used to do. We used to just have the bags and that was it. So having cure tubes and letting this product go in here for a couple weeks, immaculate for the flower. So we'll start cracking some noses here and you can get some smells. We got Rainbow OG. So that's RS11 by Lit OG. Lit OG is Runs by Tahoe OG. So nice.
I'm starting to see a lot more RS strands nowadays.
Conveniently two right next to each other. Infinity Links is RS11 by Pave. So this one's more like grape Pez on this nose. That one tends to be, to me, like more lemon candy a little bit. Both different, still having that same.
Kind of got like a savory, cheesy kind of smell to it too.
Hell yeah. It's super fire. It'll knock you out. Super tasty. I like the rainbow a lot. That's another one that you don't see too often. So when you do see it, try and get it. Super loud. RS11 candy nose on it. Mike's got some Terpee Slurpee right there.
Slurpee we smelled earlier.
Yep.
And then as Tyler puts it, kind of when a flavor changer.
Yep.
Changes more to the GMO.
It got a clean smell to it.
Yep. That's that GMO orange Skittles. We got frosted truffle pie right here.
How big are the bags?
These are 10-pound bags. They're grow bags too. We're starting to go away from it. Just get your nose in there and smell that bad boy.
Now that got that smell.
Yeah. Gassy truffle cheese. So that's that frosted truffle pie that we've seen in flour. Getting loud. That's one I love a lot. So Z-Code was one of the Pheno hunts we just finished up. Rainbow Belts by G-Code from Raw Genetics. Very earthy and rainbow belty. A hint of a candy OG-ish.
Was it like they got like a Z smell to it?
A little Z and a little OG. Like, see what you get off of it. This is the first time we ran it the first time.
It's an interesting smell. I can't really put my nose on it.
They look super nice, super frosty. G-Code's an old like OG from Raw that was, it throw out like red fan leaves with this green blue floral set on it. That was super pretty. We just did Devil Buns that didn't make the cut. This one is Honey Buns by Devil Driver from Tiki.
This smell like some good like cereal.
It's very cereally.
Maple, got a maple touch to it.
Yeah.
Like a syrupy syrup, yeah.
It was one of the frostiest we've seen come through, but I'm telling you, every nug was that big. So she's not making the cut, but I mean, it's caked with frost on it.
When you say not making the cut.
Yeah, she died already. She gone. This will be the only time you ever see it. So if you see Devil Buns and you want to try it, pick it up because she's gone after that.
Damn.
Yep. That's the shitty part of Pheno hunting, you know, like something that smells that good. I mean, that was the biggest nug on it though. You can't.
Damn.
For us, we do need some sort of yield to a degree. Is it to say that like it can't work if it doesn't yield? No, but it better be some crazy shit.
You know how the market is though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah,
I actually that hit my nose
just
right.
We got a lot of fire coming. The Z-Code and the Devil Buns are like the two newest, and we have so much. That Death by Cheesecake is going to be rolling out soon. The Leopard Shark, Honey Melon Rolexes.
What was the name of that one again?
This one, Devil Buns. Yep. Devil Buns. Yep. And I think it only yielded like 10 pounds, so that's all there is of it. So everywhere.
What ideally should have yielded if it was going to make the cut?
For us, we're looking for one of those benches to yield 30 pounds ish. For us, we want 400 plus out of a room.
No, I feel that. I understand.
But the beautiful part of Intrinsic is the quality is the main thing now. It's not just yield. So yields might suffer a little bit, but it gives us an excuse to try continue to get fire in here and continue to try variety and pop seeds. And that is, like he said, a lot of fun. Get whatever we want in here and all that stuff. This is Dylan. He's the post-harvest supervisor. I walked him through your room already. Is there anything you wanted to show them? I walked them through all the weed.
Can't capture smells on the video, so
He's talking up the Devil Buns. He liked the Devil Buns a lot.
Devil Buns.
Chef's kiss.
My favorite here is Infinity Lace. It's
Yep.
my favorite smell. It's my favorite smell.
Hell
It
yeah.
really looks you in the face. Even just walking in here, I can smell and hear
Yeah.
everything else.
Yep. Super
I
loud.
really
super
like
consistent.
your things there.
Mhm. Hell yeah. Anything you're excited to see come?
Honestly, not necessarily in terms of genetics. I am excited to just see our quality across the board go up. I'm excited to see, like, with our new dry room layout, seeing how, everything will be a nice even dry. Get a head start to cure. Just excited around like for all of it. I think it's gonna be the best that we've been since we opened.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Whatever you've seen or had from us before, it is going to be schmeckles compared to what's coming for sure. It's gonna be nuts. It's awesome.
Yeah, we're already seeing the effects of it. Like just the tiny tweaks, every little one of them. Just like we see the effects. If I look at our product a year ago versus today, it's entirely
9 days. Yeah.
it's very very good.
Testament to the team and everything they do every single day. They're awesome. Yep. Well, that is about all we have for you guys. Anything you got, by all means, ask away.
No, you guys got it dialed in. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm still mad about those devil buns, but
Yep.
fuck yeah.
Yep.
Trying to find another crosses like that.
Nah, that was one of the ones.
Yep. Devil Driver's awesome. Looking for some genetics with that. We'll see if anything pops on it. But yeah, just look for the future. Look for us to hit stores. I think Intrinsic started going on shelves this week. So
Okay.
we're fresh. We're new. Check us out. It is going to be awesome watching this place grow.
Absolutely. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for the tour.
Yep. Thank
Absolutely.
you guys.
I want to get a couple pictures with you guys in that last room we was just in.
Yep.
For sure.
Thanks, Dylan. Yep.
Nice meeting you.